Supreme One, we await your orders. You need but to ask it of us, and it shall be done.
The most enjoyable thing now might be taking over the world.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Overlord, where, well, has anything happened in the last two episodes?
A lot has happened. The world has been created. Characters have been introduced. Interactive elements between those characters have been refined.
Right. Essentially, we've had 2 episodes of setup, of understanding basically the entire All-Star crew here, how they relate to each other and what they're like. And I think now we're finally going to get to some particular action in the world. But again, I think we're also not sure if there's actually going to be a fight this time.
No, we are sure.
Oh,
I
okay.
said so at the end of the last episode. This is where the town
right. We're
gets
defining
invaded.
what a fight is. That's right.
This is where the town gets invaded. Again, this is the preface that we've both watched this before, and that we're rewatching it all for the new season of Overlord, which is, by the way, already out by the time we're watching this. It's just, we want to go through it all so that we're both up to date on everything, and our reactions to it all can be seen once again. So, when I say that we know what should be happening in this episode, based on our recollections, that's where it's coming from.
Right. And of course, my memory is terrible, so I don't even know. Are there angels? Is there magic? I don't even know.
Yes, to both of those. And I've watched this all multiple times, but I have the problem that all of the things that happened in the episodes merge together into, like, super episodes that didn't happen. But, yeah, no, this is where the town gets attacked, and he watches them through his, like, far vision globe thing. And if I'm thinking, right, this is where he intervenes with that girl and her younger sister. And quite possibly is introduced to the red armored guy. I don't think this is the one where he gets into a fight with the angels. I think that's also one that's just super merged into my head.
Right. If anything, there's one battle that I think happened season 1 that I'm really hyped for because I enjoyed it. Or at least, I enjoyed the comedy of it. But we're not even there yet, so we're still going.
I think the one that I would look forward to is like 2 episodes from now. Possibly 1 episode from now. But you're probably talking about Shaltier, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I thought that one was payoff was only for the very end.
I more enjoyed it for the setup comedy of it.
I
have different goals. You cannot comprehend my motives.
Oh, no, I can't, because we talked about it before. Just to go back over it, you didn't like Overlord, or you stopped watching it because... No, never mind, that's Shy. Shy stopped watching because he thought the main character lost everything for that fight, for having him not be superpowered or something like that. And I was like, you didn't watch it to the end, did you? Literally, it's like, I won from moment 1. Look at my watch.
Yeah.
I feel like I can say that without spoiling it because I haven't seen anything yet. Because
it will make no sense.
Yeah, look at my watch doesn't mean anything until we get there.
Alright. But speaking of watches, you want to go ahead and watch? Oh. Horses. Ah, the 3D.
Bad CGI from the start.
Oh, hey, they made one model, they put it there 17 times because they wanted exactly one scene of it, and understandably, it would be a pain to animate.
I mean, it's when you come down to having helmeted fighters with no faces. And thousands of them, that's where you get bad into the bad CGI.
Yee.
How do you say the name of that city? Because I know how I say it in my head.
I guess E. Rantel because of the dash.
Okay, that's how I've been saying it too, but I don't know if that's just like a bad translation thing. Like maybe it's an apostrophe and it's like Eratel.
I put it underneath like bad fantasy naming. Like someone tries to overcomplicate a name intentionally. Which, fitting, given this is an MMO world. So shallow.
戦士長だってお気づきでしょう。これは確実に罠です。ここで部隊を分断し、戦力を減らすぐらいなら、一度全員でエランテルまで引き上げましょう。この後いくつの村が犠牲になったとしても、最強の剣士であるあなたを失う方が国の損失は大きい。
So right now they're saying most powerful swordsman in the country, and we don't have a context for how powerful anyone else in this world is yet.
Yeah, I mean, the power scaling that happens throughout the series is a slow build. Everyone gets shown who's the person above them very slowly.
Yeah, you slowly start to develop tiers of power. See, that almost felt like a completely different anime just for the opening. And that's just to set up the entire conflict upcoming.
He's a major reoccurring character. Yeah, he's a major reoccurring character, so yeah. He's gonna keep coming back anyway, so it's just backstory building for him.
I don't actually remember what he does later on or when he shows up, unfortunately. So this is going to be an experience relearning this person.
He's like a bodyguard for the king or something like that, but he's non-noble blood, so nobody takes him seriously in the higher court.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think I remember a couple of the people later on who are, like, of that noble court, or maybe a noble court, I can't remember if it's the same place, who might be very powerful and are secretly hiding it?
No, not the same group, then.
Not the same group, okay. Yeah, there's at least, like, 3 countries he's messing with across this series. At least, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is the main one that he's nearby. Well, it's more so that this is, like, an area that's like inner turmoil, that one group fights the other group. The Empire fights Urantel.
Watching his TV, pondering his orb.
Giving invisible massages to invisible people. Hip-hop dancing to an invisible beat.
that has to be entirely with sarcasm.
And Touch Me Sama is the most important of the people who don't show up in the series at all.
Huh, okay.
Oh, I said that before, the other reactions too.
Mm-hmm.
Basically everything that our main character here, Momonga, deals with or cares about, Touch Me Sama is the one who inspired him.
I probably gotta get like a list of their names, but I imagine at some point he will go on in particular about his friends.
Yeah.
And then I'll remember.
Oh no, I don't remember them all, I just remember Touch Me Sama because he's the most important. In the intro, where it's showing him leading a bunch of people in the MMO, Touch Me Sama was like the paladin looking one.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they all look like evil undead or whatever? And Touch Me Sama looks like a fucking paladin. He's out of place, but he's super important. Yeah, see?
Yeah, there it is.
Paladin. See, I remember.
Exactly what he would have said.
It's proof that I remember, because I said it before it showed up. Cheap MMO. No death graphic.
Yeah, not even an explosion of particles. He paid for that emote.
Probably. It's like a cash app item.
Keep that thought in mind. I remember now.
セバス、私はこの村に行く。ナザリックの警備レベルを最大限引き上げろ。
Which, as we'll all eventually know, would be super overkill.
Oh, yeah.
透明化の特殊能力を持つ者を複数送り込め。かしこまりました。タッツさん、あなたへの恩を返します。ゲート。
I think this is really good though. Like just the way they presented it, what they did with it, and how they're setting things up. They gave the main characters motivation because like, oh, this is what my friend would have done. And wrapped it all nice in a good package. Like this is where Overlord's good, I think. It did that part perfectly.
I don't know, I thought Overlord was good for like 3 or 4 seasons because I watched them.
Well, I mean, I'm just getting in some good positive compliments to the series in between my negative, like, it took 5 episodes to get here.
Yeah, but I thought those episodes were also worthwhile because they were character building and emotional resonance.
Casually, you use your light 9th level spell on minion.
その中でも行為の第一人者の方が効かなければ逃げるしかないかと思ったのだが化け物人を殺しても何も感じないやはり肉体のみならず心までも人間をやめたということか
That's what I was talking about before with that glow that comes over him when he has emotions.
Yeah.
せっかく来たんだ無理やりにでも実験に付き合ってもらうぞ ドラゴンライトニング弱い第5位階魔法程度で簡単に
Your 5th tier magic.
注意アンデッド作成デスナイト
I think in the world building they set up like what the strongest magician in the world can do like 6th to 7th tier magic.
Mm-hmm. Right, and so he's already leagues ahead right now.
Oh yeah, because he can do god level magic.
He can summon the 3D animator. You gave it an order. This is some good looking armor though.
Well, you're only gonna see it one more time.
Only gonna see it once.
No, one more time after this. I believe she wears it in the episode where she tries to ride her nightmare.
It's like your weird skeleton.
待て、急ぐな。武器を下げろ。
かしこまりました。
これは治癒の薬だ。早く飲むんだ。
Yeah, another thing.
I like how it healed the clothes.
Nobody in the world can make healing potions as strong as that either.
Yeah, this is exactly where they explain it.
I think they explain it later. It's just... It's a very important thing to know that she has seen it or had some.
An army of goblins will appear for you.
I think that's like my favorite point, like season 2 or 3 when she blows the second one.
I don't remember it, but it's nice that they actually call it back later.
そうだな。我が名を知るがよい。我こそがアインズールゴウン。
So yeah, episode 3 is where he changes from Mamunga to Einzelgon.
Yeah, the two things I like are the way he hams it up. He definitely has fun with it, and two, that he just like casually hands out magic items because they're worthless to him.
Well, because they're low tier magic items for him.
Exactly.
It's like if you went to Scarlet Monastery in World of Warcraft and got the dog whistle that summons 3 dogs, and then suddenly you were transported into an MMO where those 3 dogs are like the strongest mobs in the game.
But what if you pet the dogs?
So for you, it's a low-level magic item, rather. Trinket, actually. People in this world, though, it's like god tier.
見えない相手には剣を使わない。楽しんでいるのか。神よ、お助けください。神よ、貴様ら、あの化け物を抑えよう。
He just casually created this monster and just said, go deal with it. And it's destroying everyone.
俺の盾になるんだ。ベニウス隊長。金をやる。200金か。いや。
Oh yeah, Vicious Death incoming.
Oh, yeah.
Given that he's being stabbed lengthwise, right? Like the blade
Yeah.
is length. Well, literally should nothing be left for him to be able to scream with. Spine's being cut. Lungs are being severed and slashed open. Be drowning in his own blood.
There you go. Now that their original leader's dead, this guy takes charge. Is like, no, let's not fight this thing to the death. So
Chop
here
that
they don't...
off.
Oh, perfect chop. Absolutely love it.
I was saying, I
Yeah,
feel
he's
at
got
some
the
point he's
mask.
gonna put the mask on.
はじめまして諸君。私はアインズールゴウ
And he got gloves.
諸君には生きて帰ってもらう。そして諸君の上司飼い主に伝えろ。この辺りで騒ぎを起こすなら、今度は貴様らの国まで死を告げに行くと。行け。そして確実に我が名を伝えよ。演技も疲れるな。あなた。
Acting is hard
あ
work.
なた様は。この村が襲われていたのが見えたのでね。助けに来たものだ。さて、君たちはもう安全だ。安心してほしい。
It also goes to show that in the future, these villagers are very weird. Like in future seasons, they're the only people in the entire world that react this way to someone like him saving them.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody else would just freak out about the monsters and everything else.
Right. I guess they are also just a random village that knows nothing either, so... And they were saved.
That's what I'm saying, they're weird still. Because anybody else, knowing everything else that happens in this world, would just be too freaked out to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
本当に欲しいのは情報だ。この世界に無知であれば、権力者や私以上の強者に接触したときに 大きな弱点となる。僕突の村長夫妻は私が僻地で研究していた世情に疎いマジックキャスターであるという言い訳を信じ、この世界について知る限りのことを語って。
Imagine just walking up to people and saying like, "Yeah, I'm a shut it."
I'm also roughly 3 to 4 times your size, wearing what appears to be the mask of a demon.
He stayed online too long on Christmas Eve.
まずユグドラシルの通貨はこの世界では流通していないらしい。金としての価値はあるが、今後使うのは危険かもしれない。次に周辺国家について聞いてみた。この村、カルネ村とナザリックがある一帯はリエスティーゼ王国という国の領土らしい。そして南北に広がる巨大な山脈を挟んで隣接するバハルス帝国という国があるという。二つの国は仲が悪く、
And the religious empire to the south.
存在する城塞都市エランテル近くの平野で毎年のように争っているそうだ。そしてもう一つ、両国と国境を挟んで
Yep,
南
there
方の
is.
国家がスレイン
There we go. I was also right about the number earlier. He messes with 3 different countries.
Yeah, I don't remember disputing you about that.
I'm just surprised I'm right.
I was talking about the Erantel in the Empire, which is a major thing that happens in the third one. And by one, I mean season.
それより他の話を聞かせてはいただけないでしょうか。はい。村から一番近い都市はエランテルです。この辺りにはゴブリンやオーク、オーガなどのモンスターが出ますが、冒険者たちが巡回しているので、街道沿いに行けばまず安全でしょう。冒険者。報酬次第でモンスターを退治する者たちです。エランテルには彼らに仕事を
They do quests.
冒険者組合があるんですよ。冒険者組合？そのエランテルの人口はどれくらいでしょうか？
Oh yeah, that's right. He does the Momonga thing in season 1 too. I forgot about that. Or I guess the fight with what's her name that wears the armor
The thief?
that made out of the tags of the people she killed.
Yeah, the thief assassin.
Has to be worth top 3 fights in this series because they fucking gave her her own video game, if you didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where he apparently, after he kills her in that fight, brings her back to Nazarick and like resurrects her and challenges her to fight her way out.
I think it's that arc too where they start explaining that people have skills. And in this fight, of course, they don't have that information, probably because they didn't think of it yet. Like, the monster he summoned didn't use anything weird, and the knights he was fighting didn't use anything weird. So we already at least have our first tier established of people who don't do anything.
ここですべきことは終わった。アルベド、撤収するぞ。
承知いたしました。
人間が嫌いか。
脆弱な生き物、下等生物。虫のように踏みつぶしたらどれだけ綺麗になるかと。
I'm right.
だがここでは冷静に。
He is like, well, at this moment in the story, of all the people that currently exist, the second most powerful creature in the world, so...
Right.
There are people stronger than Ainz in the story, it's just... I don't think
they haven't appeared yet.
Well, I don't think they exist anymore, that's my problem.
Ah. They
There's
do mention a dragon at some point.
Not more powerful. I think the thing that I'm thinking of is something that only comes up in the backstory, not in the actual anime itself. Which is, Ainz isn't the first MMO player to be transported to this world.
Right, and that's like one of his own mysteries, like, am I the only one here?
Well, no, I mean, he is the only one here as far as I remember. It's that everybody else got transported from MMO into this world. They were transported like 25,000 years ago. So it's like people keep getting transported to this world from video games, but from like different points in the history of the world.
Right, they're interspersed, which is interesting.
Yeah, so he's like the only one right now. I think the last one was a Minotaur or something like that, a Minotaur player.
この方はそれには及びません。はじめまして、王国戦士長殿。私はアインズールゴウン。この村が襲われておりましたので、助けに来たマジック。
It's also very difficult to come up with a name after or before ever hearing anybody else's name in a world you've never been in.
Right, it's like, is anything I come up gonna sound weird? You don't know.
Yes, my name is Dave Edmonton. Oh, really? My name is... Well, fuck, I chose wrong.
Oh, wait, that's it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think the next fight is the Theocracy fight, which is, I would say, is my number 1, probably. Because it's the one that shows them off as super overpowered, versus all the other ones, which is just, I don't care too much about the vampire fight.
Right. He's already spent this episode trying to figure out how powerful he is, and he's got a pretty good sense that most people can't compare at all.
Well, I mean, more so the Theocracy fight is where they summon like a god-level entity down on him. And he's like, that's like a level 5 mob. What? And that's where he truly understands that he is way overpowered.
Right, so that's where we're going to get the really good stuff then. I do like that we got like the little bit of the Death Knight fight though.
Yeah,
that was at least very entertaining. It's like a little bit of a horror vignette.
I think it's not until, again, Season 3 where we find out how powerful Death Knights really are. There's just the one guy who's trying to create them, and he's like, used all of his power and ability, and like made one. And I just makes him.
Oh, I remember doing this in the first episode. Goodbye.
Third episode. See, they're squishing together.
First season, I guess I meant. Yeah. Oh, hey, here's the next time.
Yeah, let's let the
all the
Angels
angels. Special Ops Unit. Oh, there we go. That would be a sword ability there.
Like I said, they has to fight like a god tier entity from a super rare object that allowed him to summon it. I was like, that's what I think in that episode he starts laughing because it's like, I'm overpowered.
Wait a second, I have cheats on.
Well, it's just like if your bad guy is like laughing maniacally because like, aha, I have this god level thing I'm gonna kill you with, and you realize, wait a second, isn't that the mob from the starting area? It's like, wow, I am 60 levels too high for this.
I remember fighting that back in Goldshire.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the Knoll's name. That's why I couldn't. Although I didn't play Alliance, so obviously I know where you lie. You dirty Alliance.
I think back when I was doing WoW for any period of time, I was doing an undead warlock for a while.
I started in the second expansion, so I was Blood Elf.
But let's see. I suppose before we go too far about World of Warcraft instead of the MMO we're watching.
I mean, which I don't play anymore anyway.
Yeah, which we don't play anymore.
Don't support Blizzard anymore.
Yep. Let's see. Is there anything else that happened this episode that's really interesting we should go over real quick? He figured out a lot of stuff, but I think it was all stuff that kind of like really just makes sense outright, right?
I think it's all stuff that basically we were already talking about a lot of the time. Because it's the basic world building. Like, the barest level. Like, we haven't even gone super deep into the world building that's happening yet.
Yeah. And I do like, one of the jokes that will end up being a recurring kind of theme is, I got this as a prize back when I was playing. And I didn't think about it until now.
That or Cash Shop. Cash Shop items he's full of as well.
Which I can totally understand. I do that too. I'm just like, oh, I can go ahead and like get this cool thing if I like do this, and then I will never think about it again. It's gonna take up a bank slot. You're never going to use it again.
I mean, as someone who's currently playing a lot of Minecraft on a rather large server, I will say that I'll do things to get things, and my backpack is filled with shulker boxes, which are basically just like mini storage, which I'll then put in and then never take out because to me, putting out the shulker box, taking an item out of it, breaking it, picking it back up again, too much work.
It's a little bit of hassle. Now it's just stored away forever. It's in the Theta Vault.
Don't need to worry about it. I got it. That's all I need.
All right. So before we put this in Theta Vault, I think that's it for Overlord for today. I'm Griffin, and that's Theta, and this has been Stoneface Reactions. Anything we want to add before we end right here?
God damn it! I forgot it again.
Yeah, there you go. I knew you needed the reminder.
Well, unfortunately, nobody's listening onto this end. If you are, post in the comments below. Prove me wrong.
If you did watch this long, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Be sure to vote for which Gundam series you want us to watch. We might have a link in the doobly-doo for that. And just come see us next time. Until then, see you, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?